Hello, it's Kevin, and here's my mashup video on the Tidy Cut Follies documentary. Definitely an interesting documentary, and I'm obviously using screencast, so I have my questions laid out here. So before we get into question one, first we have to talk about what is an observational documentary. An observational documentary is basically a documentary where there's no intrusion. It's just what you're like you basically just see a straightforward story. So there's no voice of God, and you basically are a fly on the wall. I'm watching what takes place. So here I can pull up an example here. So with this documentary, it takes place at the Bridgewater State Hospital. We just see like the daily lives of the inmates here. So here's just kind of an example. This clip I'm about to show can kind of go into question two also, but there's really just not much going on here. There's no narrator. There's no anyone cutting in. You're just seeing what goes on during these like the daily lives of both the officers here, the doctors, and obviously the inmates right here. So that's definitely interesting, and it definitely adds to the kind of unsettling factor, which goes to question two. So the way this film is shot definitely makes it's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's very unsettling. There's a lot of close-ups. It would just be kind of focused on one. So here you can pull, as you can see, it would just be focused on like either sometimes there'll be one person here, it's a group of people, and you're just kind of just seeing them like just doing their daily lives, and there's not much going on, but something about it is just kind of hard to watch. Obviously, these men are being poorly treated. So as we're going on to question three, definitely they have just no rights here. I mean, like I said, like here, this man just having to be bared, stripped naked in front of everyone. They're usually walking around naked. A lot of the video they are. They're usually being just made fun of, bullied. It just feels like they have no rights here, and I mean, it feels like living here is worse than what I would imagine prison being or any type of like state hospital. I mean, so that's it's definitely not good. Um, no proper respect or consideration. And then that brings us to the final question: should it be censored? So ideally, you definitely would want this type of to have subjects like this. You don't want to expose people like this. It's definitely embarrassing. And I don't know, like here they're just being almost treated like slaves. They have no right over anything here. And yes, they are inmates, and it can be used for educational purposes. So I definitely think that's a route where you could argue maybe why it wouldn't be censored, because for sure it's interesting to see the fact that it's not censored gives you this true raw look at like what's going on in the hospital. And obviously if there was censorship, you wouldn't get as accurate of a look. But I don't know, it's hard when when you talk about human rights, and I mean they have no control. They don't even really like some of them. I feel like they don't even know what's going on here, so that's definitely difficult. But that's my video, and thank you guys.